little bonsai bench tour. Yeah, it's finally starting to warm up, getting a little sunshine, moving the plants around. I'm thinking, I should do a little show. Now, normally I'd get more moss, get them all designed a little better, but it's just, I've been really busy this year. Spruce. This is the side of the road collect. Wire's been on it a couple years. Norway maple. Just love this. This sort of dead wood. Live interaction. So I don't know what'll happen over time. If this will just rot out eventually. Might be a hollow, who knows. Yeah, got that in there. First year in a container, in like a bonsai container, and sort of styled. So it's gonna need a lot of time to develop. You see I've got that coming up as a new apex. It just needs to gain a lot of strength. Juniper, nice funky movement in there. Fir. This definitely needs a trim, so these sort of, I bring this back down here. It's set buds yet. Set buds yet. You can just see right there. Looks like a bud. Yeah, one right there too. Anyways, you can just see it's starting to set buds, meaning I gotta get to that one, if not a little bit too late. Twin trunk sub-alpine fir. I think something like this looks very two-dimensional in the screen, but there's actually quite a lot of depth in there, and you can really see it in person. But it's one of the things that coming on sideways like this, it really does get two-dimensional. And there's a comment about having it sort of potentially all the way this way with the dominant trunk first. Let's see. Like that, right? But what happens is you get this really thin base, it really thins out. You do get more of the two-dimensional nature of it, which is nice. Or sorry, the more three-dimensional nature of it. And maybe there's a little sweet spot in there. It does start to flatten out, so that's kind of why I went with something like this, as it keeps the base. And then Norway maple, just love this one. I haven't really trimmed it at all this year, just a teeny little bit, but nice thick, dense space. Kind of creates a cloud over here, and then a chunk there, and then the sort of apex up above. So it's still in development. Lots of work on that tree yet, but yeah, I just love it. And I made all these containers. Here's that juniper I did earlier in the year. Nice close-up of it. Had to pull those two trunks right together. Here is the cherry. I got this at a nursery. It's like a dwarf cherry or something. It had little fruits on it, little flowers, but this branch is dead. This branch does seem to still be alive, but it's definitely struggling. What's nice is I'm getting new growth up there and new growth on there, so it's kind of starting to re-push again, but it struggled. I trimmed it up quite a bit. I think that was the problem. It was growing like right up here. I have a video, I'll post that. Oak, bended that up. Bend that up. This is the oak. Bend that up. I got it in a little container. It's nice flowering now, for leafing out. Sub-alpine fir. Is it acorn? Local acorn? This I also have a video of. I don't think I've posted it yet. It's a nice thin. I kind of tried to get like a water type feature as a broken bowl I had. I don't like it. I think it's kind of tacky or, you know, cheesy in that way. But the leaf size is really small, which is nice. Normally leaves are that big. So I transplanted it this year, so it kind of stunted it. Yeah, so it's just maybe getting enough branches that it's not just proliferating crazy. Here's the, this is the angle. There's that spruce. Nice base. I just love that. Just love that base. And lots of little buds shooting out everywhere, so it's really nice. Here's my trembling aspen forest. And it's a bit high, so you know, kind of trim it back, and I think this will need to trim soon. This is these leaf miners, just scraping them off, squishing them. They've been really good at keeping them back this year. Normally they would just be covered, this tree. It's also had something else that's getting it too. It's these little black things. So I've given it a few sprays, but yeah, it backbuds, not backbuds, it has second and third flushes really well. It does that really well. So I'm gonna try to actually trim this down, because I do feel like it's a bit tall, although I did want it, you know, reaching for the heavens a bit, or reaching for the sky. Oh. Yeah, there, nice fir. I really bent that branch down. Some more work on it recently. Spruce. Bird's nest spruce. Trimmed it back quite a bit this year. Funky little juniper. Really nice movement in the sort of core trunk there. This is a sort of a, what do you call it? I purchased that and just essentially a instant bonsai, right? Hemlock. Haven't done any styling to it this year. So I don't know. And we've got the wire on from last year. I have a video of it. Yeah, I made this container of cement. It's holding out really well. I think I might have used peat in it, but I had like a kid's ball, and I just poured the cement on top and then let it sit, and it just turned out really well. Shimpaku, juniper. Got really lucky. One of our local nurseries had these, you know, these small time nurseries, right? Just a different time. Nice little shimpaku. And so I styled it up. Sub-alpine fir. This is my logo tree. One of the first trees I ever really got. I just love this movement in here and these downward branches. This is without wire, so this is just the snow load. I mean, look at that drop branch. Totally natural, so nothing added to it. Like, I had no wire. This nice sort of reddish container. Very simple. It does make it look a bit thick without any little grooves. But I think it holds the tree nice. And at some point I'm gonna bring the tree down. I did take off quite a bit this year and I transplanted it, so it's you know, it pushed out really well. And you can see, like, that's not that great, but up higher, a lot bigger. Nothing too crazy, which is actually good. It kind of reminds me of the Dan Robertson interview at Marai there. Yeah, just about keeping the plant from getting super vigorous. You don't get this long, crazy new shoot and new growth, and it kind of keeps it small, it keeps it old and rugged. Here's what is this? cedar, but it's a yellow cedar. I want to say yellow cedar. So I trimmed it up, Baobab style. I kind of like both sides to it. There's something nice about that side too, although it kind of angles up, and this way kind of points directionally inward. So I thought it'd be nice that way. But something a little different. Wasn't sure what to do with. I have a video. I'll post that for this one.